Thank you so very much. Good to be in Jamaica at a time as this, and a happy International Resilience Day, first time ever. My name is Honorable Minister Philda, Nani Kereng, Minister of Environment and Tourism, Republic of Botswana.
Minister, thank you so much for giving Breaking Travel News some time. I'd like to just start with a question, which is to basically say, what brings you here?
And you can ask it again, what makes me travel so long to be in Jamaica? It has been a dream that had to wait until it's fulfilled. We have been working with the Minister of Tourism Jamaica over more than a year on this issue and concept of resilience building within the tourism sector. We have been together in different platforms, but mostly virtually, and when they had to host this event, this conference, I had to make sure I come. I come here because we are beginning to work with Jamaica on activities that can help us to improve our tourism recovery and resilience building, sustainability, and long-term success. And we have come here so that you can also see, not just to hear, not just visually, but also to connect with those who are attending this conference, to connect with media that is global like yourselves, so that you can get our story firsthand, get it in the detail that you need, because you need these partnerships to brand Botswana and to market Botswana and to speak, to tell the Botswana story. We are also here so that we can be able to see how they set up in terms of infrastructure, certain things that I've seen like museums and even the landscape, and how do they do promotion. It's easy to read, it's easy to hear about it, but when we are here, you see it even much more clearly. So most importantly is to come and share our success, to share also our need in terms of how other countries, how other governments, how private sector in other countries can actually help us in what we want to achieve in Botswana. I've seen media here, how agile and how ready they are to work in tourism and take the tourism story, destination story out there, and we want to position ourselves, don't leave us behind, so that's why I'm here really.
And give us a flavor of that Botswana story.
The Botswana story is a story of sustainability in terms of, how we have over the years sustained our wildlife. We are home to more than 140,000 elephants, the largest in the world. We are home to all the lions, the buffaloes, and all that. So the product that we sell within the tourism sector has for years and since the beginning been actually anchored in flora and fauna, in wildlife and so forth. And Botswana's story is the story of good governance, in conservation. We have kept them well. We do, beneficiation in terms of community-based utilization, sustainable utilization of our wildlife resources and also the forest resources and natural, resources in the forest and out there. And this is the story that when we say come to Botswana, we want people to understand we conserve for the tourists to come and enjoy our national parks, our flora and fauna, the beauty that it is. It's also a story that is of good governance. We are known and celebrated for good governance. We are celebrated for progressive policies. We actually got an award last year, progressive policies. How we organize ourselves as government. How from the president to the cabinet to all the leadership, we go all out and say, this is the Botswana, come and invest, come and help us, and come and enjoy. So we are selling a product that has a very good story. HIV/AIDS story, how we also manage to contain this disease and actually beat it. Even the COVID story, we discovered Omicron, and then we managed to, with the population, the small population that we have, to preserve it through good governance, laws and policies and strategies that are aligned to the international strategies that also put people at the core, and all the whole thing that you do with wildlife conservation that is of note in the whole world. So we stand competitively with that product. That is why I'm Minister of Environment and Tourism. You don't sell anything if you don't have that biodiversity to sell.
And I think that's a really good point to just sort of drill into a little bit more around the fact that we need to be thinking about this in the round. We need to be thinking holistically.
Yes.
And the fact that you have both of those areas under your portfolio is a brilliant example of that sort of connectivity, I suppose,
Yes.
in a sense.
Yes, it is. Actually, The ministry that I'm heading is a chair and coordinator of the one government approach that brings together different related ministries that have to do with the environment, so that we can ensure that when you come to Botswana, health issues are dealt with. Agriculture, we can have enough food and stuff like that. Even as we have in our diversification model introduced the agro-tourism model. You must come to the farm, do farm to table, collect those fruits and make your own juice, do donkey carts, and then cultural tourism also. We're offering a lot of experience in terms of how our culture is, our food, our dance, our music, and dresses and clothing like that. So diversity, but connectivity within the diversity also means that, like I was saying, different ministries, health, agriculture, infrastructure, and all those others, that we can connect together, innovation, and be able to run together and infuse environment issues, within the space of, governance, so that we are able to coordinate better, integrate better, share resources, and actually work together as one unit.
I love this concept of one government.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that gift.
Thanks.
What about one world?
One world actually should start from this one government, from Botswana to Southern Africa as a bloc, because within the Southern African bloc we are also a member of the Kavango-Zambezi Trans-Frontier Conservation Area. 5 countries of Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Angola. We have shared resources. It's a large river, that also connects to the Okavango Delta and the wildlife that moves freely, among these countries. So we have a treaty on how we should coordinate ourselves in terms of how we manage these resources, even as we exploit them, all these elephants, for tourism. So we're building from there, and then different blocks of the continent until we build one Africa brand. And the reason we are here with other African ministers, we are agreeing on certain areas of collaboration, including culture, including arts and crafts, including other things that signify us as Africa. Then we are building into the world also as a continent. Then when we come to the continent, we'll begin to see the diversities, and we want to do the different countries. One world, we will want to find a globe where I can find my position in there as Botswana. So we travel, the president travels, and we make sure we connect. When we speak to you, we make sure that you give the world what we have, so you bring the world to us.
One world, one continent.
One continent,
Love
one
it.
people.
And we are in Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah, man.
Yeah, what a great way to end this
Yes.
interview. Thank you for sharing this. I can't
you
wait
so
to come
much.
and visit Botswana.
You are all invited. We are working around planning for the very first tourism investment forum with ITIC, and then we want to also work towards launching the very first Afro-Caribbean connection, because we want Jamaica to be our gateway into the Americas and this side of the world. So lots of things happening, lots of experiences. You come to Botswana and you can tell it all.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you so much.